on in the room. Come on in the room. 119-101. Spurs beat the Milwaukee Bucks tonight. Come on in the room. Bucks put some window dressing on this thing. End of bench guys get it respectable. But make no mistake, 119-101 looks much closer than it actually was. Bucks lose it tonight to San Antonio Spurs. I wonder what Doc's excuse will be for this one. 119-101. Spurs beat the Milwaukee Bucks. Come on in the room. Doc, I at this point, I think I'd rather have Doc actually be my medical doctor than Doc having some Doc being a doctor of a damn basketball team. I trust him more with the damn tools, with anything, taking my blood pressure, anything.
I don't know why you would do that.
He can do that. He can do that better than coaching. I know. Here's the thing. I don't know. Maybe he can. Maybe he has that skill. I know for damn sure he can't coach. So come on in the room. Bucks lose it tonight by 18. Get at us on the Twitter on ATSQs973. Get at us on the YouTube. We'll talk to you in the chat. Appreciate you if you're coming on. If you think this team needs change, hit that like button. We are live. Scripts across our group.
JT.
Chris King.
Dustin.
Yeah, man. Rough one tonight. 119-101. This one got out of hand very early. Bucks just don't have it, man. They just don't have it as a collective group, as a team. Something's off about this basketball team. From the top to the bottom. I guess we'll do a little bit of I'll do a mini game recap. I don't really feel the need. 21-5 for Giannis, 2 steals, 1 assist in 22 minutes of action because it was a blowout. Miles Turner, 5 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. AJ Green, 6 points tonight. He was a fouling machine. Just hack. 6 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists, 1 steal, 2 of 8. Rollins basically played like KPJ has played for the last 3-4 games. So maybe seeing that stat line of the rebounds and the assists, maybe that'll make the people who, well, I won't get into that. But again, Rollins awful tonight. KPJ awful tonight. No points. 0 for 9 from the field was KPJ. 0 for 4 from 3. He's hit rock bottom. Rollins has hit rock bottom. Your guards had a grand total combined of 6 points tonight between the two of Rollins and KPJ. Just again, and it goes back to, again, we thought we had something figured out with this guard play, Rollins, KPJ. We don't. You can't trust any one of those guys. The Bucks, when it comes to trades, and then we talked about trades the other night, and when it comes to talking about that kind of stuff, you might as we were talking about fit, and well, this guy fits better, and that guy, throw fit out the window. You need what we talk about in the draft, JT. Bucks should be going BPA. If you try to improve this team, best player available, you got holes all over. It don't a fit of Michael Porter Jr. versus, well, we need a big man. It don't matter. Whoever the best player is that you can get, that's who John Horst needs to be going after if you can get him. Kuzma had 18 tonight. He did take 17 shots to get there. He was outside of the regular rotation guys, he was a -5, which wasn't bad. I thought Kuz was, he hit shots tonight and kept minute somewhat in the second quarter, but it just didn't matter. Bobby with 13 and 6. Garrett Harris, 3 points. Gary Trent Jr. sucks. And then you had the bench guys doing what they did. On the San Antonio side of things, 22 and 10 from Wemby. Champagne with 13 and 11. Castle, 19 and 10 assists. De'Aaron Fox, 18 points. Luke Cornett, 10. Harper with 13 and 5 assists. The only thing I'll say about the Spurs, again, hats off to him, credit to him, and Wemby had a good game. Wemby had a good game tonight, 22 and 10 in 21 minutes. But the only thing I'll say is I was disappointed in Wembanyama. because to me, he bitched out. Like that was he bitched out of the matchup between Giannis. And again, I'm assuming it was the coaching that made he was for a guy 7'4", for a guy who was supposed to be trying to ascend to the best player in the world. And again, he was 7-12, 5-6-3. I don't have any problem with how he played offensive. He hit 3-point shots, cool. But I'm just talking about when people watch the Bucks and the Spurs, when that thing starts, you're watching for Wemby and Giannis. You're watching for Wemby and Giannis. And Wemby bitched out of the matchup. He said no mas. He didn't want any parts of it. Because Giannis came out and was whooping his ass. And Wemby looked, again, I don't understand these stupid ass haircuts they got. But whatever, that shit didn't work. You looked stupid, and you went out there and you looked underprepared for Giannis. He was woefully underprepared for the physicality that Giannis brought to start the game. And so what did he? So again, then he gets hurt. He does come back. Give him credit. But what does he do? They say, hey, take your ass off of Giannis because you can't guard him. And they had a much better game plan without Wemby on him. But I just thought that's just again, you try to be best player in the world. You want to be recognized as defensive player of the year. You got to put up a better fight than that. Again, I know because I don't want to be accused of being a hater. I'm not taking anything away from his game, how he played. The Spurs won. They deserved to win. They whooped our ass. But that individual matchup of Wemby versus Giannis, we didn't get it because Wemby went out and didn't want to guard him anymore. So that is what it is. Outside of that, terrible basketball. I don't have a ton to. Again, I tell you, I kind of clocked out of watching this thing. In the third quarters, the Bucks were getting beat. But here's what I'll leave you with, and I'll go to super chats and some your guys' thoughts here. What I'll leave you with is the Bucks have a couple options. At this point, you either blow this thing up, and that's trading that's trading. We talked about last night. That's trading everybody, blowing it all up, trading Giannis, whatever. They have that option. They have the mini blow up, but keep Giannis, which makes you trade everybody, keep Giannis, and try to get a pick or whatever you could do, and load up for next year, next offseason. And hopefully the goal is to, at that point, convince Giannis to stay and re-sign, and you're going to re-up. Or you take the only other options you could take is we keep talking about Kuzma and Portis being on the block. And those are your money guys. That's 25. And what does Portis make? 13, 14 million, whatever that is. And that being your money, add Mouse Turner to it. That's your wild card that you can, and you'd have over what, $60-some million going out for trades, and you could literally flip your entire roster. And that is an option that is out there. And if that's what, and again, depends on what the Bucks want to do. If they want to compete, that's what you try to do. You got to fire Doc Rivers. I mean, at this point, there's no way around it. You have to fire Doc Rivers. He is ill-equipped to coach this basketball team. It just is what it is. Let's go to Super Chats real quick, and then we'll get your thoughts. JT here. Steeler face 2-1 says the only path forward is shutting Giannis down. Let me tell you, that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen because, again, Giannis wants – it's not going to happen because Giannis wants his accolades. He wants all those things. He's not going to allow himself to get shut down because he's going to miss a couple more games. Trade him in the next few weeks or just tank. Hope the balls drop in our favor and rebuild. Maybe a remote chance to get the 2 pick, and he stays. The other thing is, let me tell you something. We the Milwaukee Bucks. Adam Silver ain't letting us get no damn number 2 pick. You think we get a number 2 pick? Still, you think we get a number 2 pick? Hell no, we get no number 2. That's why let's just tank it. You ain't getting no number 2 pick. Not with old Mr. Pencil controlling the ping pong balls. You ain't getting it. I'm just letting you know that right now. Another super chat. Matthew Adlard says Rollins, KPJ are barely NBA starters. Simple. You could be right. listen, you could be right. I mean, they've been bad. I mean, this has been 4 or 5 consecutive games. Both of those guys they haven't just been mid. They've been bad. Both of them. NYC Randy, super chat. What's a lot of ass throwing around up in here tonight? NYC Randy, super chat. Says, not much to say, fellas. We are beyond cooked. Front office won't make the changes needed. Doc will stay. We're going to be done before they make an actual trade. Doc didn't start Kuz in the third with 5 threes. I don't know, guys. It's wraps. You could be right there too. But again, this team, you have to make drastic change. Like again, desperate times call for desperate measures. The Bucks have to make a decision. Are you trying to continue competing, or are you giving it up and wait until next year? You need to make that decision fast, and then everybody outside of Giannis needs to be on the block. Like again, I don't care how it looks. The only way you can really flip this whole thing around, Doc Rivers is number 1, and Miles Turner has to be on the table number 2. He's got to be. He's got to be on the table if you're trying to turn it around. I don't know if they are or not. The last Quincy 1457 super chat. Appreciate it. He says the Bucks should go full point Giannis and trade for some defense so they can at least hang their hat on something, because this is ridiculous right now. And the last Quincy, you're correct. We talked about this before. The Milwaukee Bucks are basically a team of Chris Livingston. Oh yeah, what do you do good? They don't do anything good at all. So I agree with you there that nothing good happens. Infast says one needs to come off the bench. I think he's talking about between KPJ and Rollins. I'm telling you, I don't think it matters. They both look. I really don't. I've seen Rollins run the unit, couldn't get anything going. I've seen KPJ running, doesn't get anything. It's been bad the last 4 or 5 games. But yeah, again, what I'm saying here is you fire Doc Rivers, and you need to be prepared to trade Miles Turner, Kyle Kuzma, and Bobby Portis as your money guys. Those are the guys, and it can still face saying turn what around the season. And again, if a different coach, if they change the philosophies, and then you basically trade these Miles Turner is that's $60-some million worth of contracts going out. That flips your team entirely. It may not work, but you have to do something drastically different. That's all I know, JT. What you know?
Man, it's getting tough watching a lot of bad Bucks basketball. I mean, this is. I came to this game. I told you guys in the pregame the pregame show before we went on air. I expected this team to compete tonight. That's it. I expected. Hey, we just lost to the Timberwolves. I didn't expect this team to win tonight. I expected these boys to compete. And it was a little shaky in that first half. We were down by 17. And boy, in that second half, and when we were down by 39 points, I unfortunately, my first thought was, and I got this, let me see if I got this right. Biggest Bucks loss in history, 48 points to the Magic in 95. We lost by 48 points to the Jazz in 1990. We had a 45-point loss this year. We had a 44-point loss in 1960. Brother, we was on pace. I literally was like, here we go. Please, please, please do not break this record. When we were down by 39, that's what I was really asking. Like, man, please, Bucks, do not let them break that record, and do not let this be the worst loss in history. I do not want to witness this at all. And man, the final score really doesn't even matter at this point. I think what's disappointing to me is that we came out again on a night where it was just failure to compete. KPJ had his worst game, if not the worst, one of the worst games as a Buck. I'm asking questions about him at this point. I don't know. Ryan Rollins has gone off a cliff. Kyle Kuzma has 5 threes in the first half, right? Didn't have one after that, but fine. I'm not gonna knock you for that. I think the thing that at this point, I asked this question: has his team checked out on Doc? I don't see how they have not. And like I said before the show, if there is any confidence in Doc, it's hanging by a thread, by the tiniest of threads at this point. Because there's no way they can keep going out there and believing in him. This team just doesn't they look disinterested. They look like they don't want to be there. I don't know. Did the checks not cash? Somebody not get their direct deposit? I don't know what's going on, right? Did you take the cushions out the seats on the bus? I don't know what's happening with this team, but it's bad. This is awful basketball. There's no sense of urgency. We're 17-24 at this point. Either one of y'all want to go ahead and put your 401k on? Let's pull out of this hole with this roster as currently constructed and this coaching staff is currently constructed. How much money would y'all put on this team crawling out of this hole?
Not a dime.
And even Justin, who believes in the team, how much you put on, Justin?
I give you a good 50 ball for the hell of it.
All right, that's what I'm saying, right? It doesn't make any sense. I've always said this too. When you have Giannis, you're going to be competitive. When you have Giannis, you're going to be competitive. Apparently, that's not true, right? Apparently, that's not true. When you have, and he didn't play bad. He only played 3 quarters, but I mean, this team, I don't see how Doc Rivers coaches another game for this team. You have got to demand his resignation or fire Doc Rivers. If not, you're just not serious at this point. Like, there's just no way you're serious about moving forward. I'm embarrassed. You should be. We're all embarrassed right now. I mean, we'd have been better off running around San Antonio dressing heights and weights. Just running around outside the stadium, sizing up prospects. I mean, this is crazy. I'm embarrassed at this point. You should be embarrassed at this point. This team is pitiful. I got nothing to say.
Man, I think what was visibly apparent to me tonight was just how bad every miss was, man. Like, it wasn't even close. We talk about it all the time, and sometimes we've benefited from the make or miss league kind of thing, but this just does not look good. It does not look like these guys can make shots. It doesn't look like they want to win. It doesn't look like they want to defend. That's about as far as you can get into analyzing this type of game, and then all of a sudden, oh shit, it's over. Like, that's what's happened the past 2 nights, realistically, and that's happened multiple times throughout this season. Just the game over by halftime. Just, hey, you get a first half in with the Bucks, they're down double digits. Kiss it good night, kiss it goodbye, because you can go ahead and do some laundry. You do whatever you need to do in the house, because you're not getting a comeback from this team. You're just not. So, yeah, I mean, the chat hit it on the head, too, with the Giannis thing, like him being in and, keeping it close, giving us a big lead. I think we were up 7 at one point, and all of a sudden they go 28-6 run. JT?
I'm going to make this point really fast. Justin Garcia, man, show that man some love on Twitter. The Bucks lose back-to-back games by a combined margin of 54 points. That is the largest margin over 2 games in franchise history. So this just goes to our point. We're like, this is some of the worst basketball we've ever seen. Well, apparently this is the worst basketball this team has ever played. Go ahead, sir. Okay.
No, you're good. KPJ and Rollins just terrible. Just not seeming like those guys are going to pick it up anytime soon. Just the way that they almost look lethargic out there. They almost look like they can't make an impact with the way that they're playing basketball right now, on both sides of the ball too. I can't get with the sentiment that, okay, this is just a bad roster, because too often this season have we showed up unprepared. Too often this season have we made the wrong subbing decisions, made the wrong substitutions. Too often we have no plan on offense. Like, it goes beyond the fact that these players are ass, I think. And you got to get rid of Doc Rivers. Like, how this guy has pulled off the biggest heist since winning that championship is just insane to me. Why the hell did we need to pull him out of the broadcast booth at 30-13? That's a question we always ask, and I hate to keep bringing it up, but it's a valid question. Like, what did he prove to you in Philadelphia that he was so good to pull him out of the broadcast booth and give him the keys to this basketball team? Was it the connections? Because if that's your answer, then it's an unserious organization at that point. So I'm just, oh man, they're checking out. I'm starting to check out on when they show up terrible like this, and the game's basically over 5 minutes into the third quarter. I'm checking out at that point.
So all that Doc rhetoric, and he never came to the podium tonight.
He didn't come to the podium.
Well, at least for as long as I listened, I cut it off once it came to me.
No,
I mean, I waited.
Well, hopefully he's getting fired. If he didn't come to the podium, his ass needs to be getting fired in the back room. That's what needs to be happening. Sorry, Justin.
I waited a solid. I mean, since the game ended till now, so I didn't get him to the podium. I hear all the Doc stuff. I wish I had something I could say against it. I don't think it's all Doc, though. I think it's this entire coaching staff. Every man sitting on that bench, whether you're a coach, whether you're a player, whether you're a trainer, whether you're a GM, whether you're the assistant GM, whether you're an owner, like Herb Cole is turning over in his grave right now. This is atrocious. So let me give you a couple stats that I got. JT, my man, with the stats. You know who sponsors the tip-off of the game? Sargento. Tip-off for homes. Ain't no homes getting built because Miles Turner ain't won a tip but once this year. One time the whole damn year. We trying to get affordable housing in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and Miles can't get off the damn ground. All right, so we were 7 games under 500 when Giannis came back. Guess what we are today? We're right back there. We're 3 games behind the Chicago Bulls. If Atlanta somehow stumbles into a loss, we're a game behind them still. I don't know how that happens. Oh, but guess what? The Charlotte Hornets are right behind us now. Hey, look, man. Everybody on this team from 34 to 43 is to blame. The effort was just not there tonight. There's nothing that you can hang your hat on. I see trades in the chat. I see this guy. You know the funniest thing to me that I saw tonight, right? I saw Wembanyama, what's his name? Wembanyama, that dude, you know, that big bald head dude. Hey, Trey, you talking about their haircuts, man? I kind of like them boys, man. They had the ump cut out there in the streets. But no,
It was
I
Justin
see this
night
dude
in
hit
San Antonio. That's what it was. They
Man,
had
that was
the
up.
Justin bobbleheads out there, first 500 entries.
Let's do it, man. I'm gonna get a headband like Bonzi Wells tonight. I see the boy hit a turnaround fadeaway 3 on AJ Green. One bad deep. Wasn't the first time. Probably the first time the whole night AJ Green didn't foul somebody. Amazing shot by Wemby, right? Just absolutely amazing. What does Doc and the coaching staff decide to do? These dudes are shooting lights out from the 3 and man-to-man. Oh, let's go to zone and give them even more wide open looks. These guys all the way around, Giannis included, just the effort is just abysmal. I saw guys drive right by Giannis look at him. I saw guys go by Portis. You were right, Trey. Like Rollins and AJ Green were hacking guys once the plane got over Oklahoma. It's just abysmal to watch. I really want to say that I'm shocked. I don't know about any of these trades, man. I saw people on Twitter talking about trade for Anthony Davis. He's out 3 months. Why would we give up anything for that? I mean, you might as well let the guys out there play. I think it's time to call Victor Oladipo up from the G League, Johnny Davis up for the G League. We got an open 2-way contract. Put somebody out there that's going to do more than cardio, man. These guys like me, JT, they out there trying to do 2 miles a day now, man. I'm frustrated, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, listen, that is everything is concerning. I see stuff in the chat talking about the roster and all. The Milwaukee Bucks have Giannis, one of the best players in the NBA. You can't be this bad. I don't care what your roster looks like. You cannot be this bad. I don't think he puts guys in position to win games offensively, defensively. Our offense is archaic. It doesn't make any sense. Guys are standing around looking at each other, stay on side of 3. I don't. Again, somebody tell me what the focus is of our offense. Somebody tell me what are we trying to accomplish on every possession, because I'm unsure of what it actually is. Defensively, you're late to your rotations or you're slow to your rotations. When the first subs of Bobby and Kuz come in to play your 4 and 5, it goes to absolute hell. It is what happens defensively. But quick draw McGraw says Giannis is on ministry. Man, that's not an excuse. You just saw Denver Joker been out, people been, and they're winning games. It's not an excuse. That's not an excuse. Again, I can see a drawback from a team. You may not play as well as you could. Doc, no team in the NBA is 30 points worse every single night. 30 points worse by halftime. Well, the Bucks are down 13. 30 points worse in the third quarter. No team is that bad. No team is that bad. I don't care what the Wizards have a roster full of ass. They are not that bad. The Charlotte Hornets have a roster. They got a decent little young roster. Conganipple coming in. But every other team has a semblance of what they're trying to do. Every other team figures out, what they do well, and they hone in on that. The Bucks are unable to do that. And again, if you want to argue about the player or whatever, again, some of it is sometimes we do get good looks and we just miss. Like again, but I fully believe that every team, if you gave any other team AJ Green, he'd be hitting threes left and right. But when he plays with us, they just miss. It's like JJ Redick. JJ Redick's hitting threes. Everybody else come here, can't shoot. I don't know that the team is quit. I know JT said that. I see it from Quick Draw McGraw here. The team is quit. I listen. I thought the effort. I thought generally the effort wasn't bad. I thought we got at times decent looks. But everything's just not easy. It's just not easy like other teams get. And it's just at the end of the day, it's just clearly not working. So, and I hear James Moore says the team, no focus, team wants to go to Cancun, all that stuff. Again, so the question is, what do you do? How do you change it? How do you turn this thing around? I think they need a new voice. And again, I would literally flip the entire roster. The entire roster. Because again, it can't get any worse. What was the stat you just gave, JT? Worst two losses
largest margin back-to-back games for back-to-back losses since.
What do I lose? What do I lose in trading Turner and KPJ, Rollins, Kuz? What do I lose? What do I lose by making all those guys available?
500 dribbles.
I get 500 dribbles and I can't lose nothing. But I ain't gonna win. It ain't doing nothing.
It's fire sale time. And
you know what? I want to see T Morant acting a fool courtside. I need some excitement. Bring T Morant courtside. That's what I want to see.
You know what? I'm not sold on Ja Morant thing. You got injury history. You got a lot of question marks with Ja Morant, right? Like you can't. I'm not sold on Ja Morant. Can we do better? Can we do any better than Ja Morant? They can't. I just refuse to believe that that's the absolute best we can do. But at the end of the day, I agree with you, Trey. You have to do something because you can't keep trotting this lineup out. I mean, look at it like this. Over this last 2 weeks, how many different ways have the Bucks found that have everybody just incredibly disappointed? Numerous different ways they seem to do. You can't keep trotting this team out there. But here's the thing, though. John Horst, if you keep trotting Doc out there as your leader, guys, I mean, you're just not serious at that point. Like you're not serious if you continue to have Doc go out there and you're not making any moves. You're not serious. You can't say we believe we have our guys. We believe we have the right guys. We just gotta lock in and go. You ran out of that. You couldn't say that 2-3 weeks ago. You can't turn around now and we just keep chopping wood. What's your boyfriend Frank say? 1% better every day, right? It's gonna be 1% better, right? All these trite coach speak sayings, none of them matter at this point. None of them. And Doc, you said you would let Doc be a Doc. Hell no, I'm not sure Doc can do much of anything but talk. So that's the only thing I would trust Doc to do at this point is get up there and talk. About what, I'm not sure yet, but I know he can do that. I know he can talk.
I used to think that Doc, it's just ironic to me, man. Doc's had a lot of teams that have just stopped playing for him. When you look at CP3 and you look at that Clippers team with Blake Griffin, then you look at the Sixers team. The only team that didn't quit on him was the Boston Celtics. And I don't know if that's this philosophy with Doc. I don't know if it's his coaching staff, but it's horrid to see. I wanted to say that if we were going to fire Doc, I thought that we should wait to the game before the All-Star break to give the new coach some time off to allow these guys to kind of put their system in place. I think that Giannis needs to come up with the sprained pinky toenail and not play in that NBA All-Star game. Because if there's anything left for this season, we don't have any energy to waste going to an All-Star game. He can go there in his sweatsuit or whatever, but it does not need to be wasted in a basketball game. The thing is, we got 41 games left to shake something up and make something happen. Whether it's bringing in Kuminga, whether it's bringing in John Morant and JT, I do think that's unfortunately all we got. Like, when you look at the guards that we have tonight, and I was being facetious about the 500 dribbles, but some of the stuff tonight, you just watch KPJ just dribble, 2 dribbles, fadeaway shot from the top of the key. It's just a lot of we talked about IQ basketball of Giannis and other guys earlier on in the season. And I think sometimes you see the entire IQ of this basketball team under question. You see guards, first thing they teach you when you're a junior high basketball player, put the ball in the middle of the floor if you're running the break so you got options on both your wings. We see guys, I don't know where the heck they're going, but they're not playing good basketball. It's atrocious to watch. I think the teams that play in the Pfizer Forum right now, they owe the city of Milwaukee some money back, man. I'm sorry. I need 25% back for my league pass this year. And I need Shaka to cut me a check too, dog. I'm just upset.
Yeah. What guys? Boo. Boo. I ain't crying about some damn. I wish that was a home game tonight because they deserve to get booed again tonight for that performance. They absolutely deserve to get booed again tonight. That's how bad it was. Listen, I'm at a loss, fellas. I'm at a loss as to what should happen with this basketball team. And it's you said, and again, I mean, we don't have to be on long tonight because again, I feel like we're beating a dead horse. We're beating a dead horse, and it's the same result. But what I'll say is, you said wait till the All-Star break. You got 3 days off before. Today is Thursday. You don't play again till Monday. If there's a time, if there is a time to make a move, to make a trade, or make a coaching change with 3 days, I mean, again, I know you're going to change entire philosophies, but to send a message, you can do that right. You can do that right now. You could do this right now. Rip the band, and I just can't. Again, for the life of me, again, I'm not gonna blame Horse because I know Haslam, and I see a lot of stuff in the chat about Jimmy Haslam. And yeah, we looking like the damn Cleveland Browns right now. I agree, but we know Haslam was involved in the Doc Rivers, and getting Doc Rivers in here. I guess my question is he holding this thing up? And I haven't heard anything like that. I don't know. But is he the one that would say that would stop a Doc Rivers termination? You have to be looking at this team and realize that something's gone wrong. And yeah, I just wonder if you can get this done over the next couple of days. Hey, listen, front office. I don't care if you want to respect him, so it doesn't look like he's fired. Take him to the front office and let him count rubber bands or something while you bring in Dave Yeager or Darvin Ham to run the basketball team and for a couple and get this thing right over the next couple days. But to me, right now would be the time to try to get this to try to resurrect the ship here.
Let me ask this question. So let's hypothetically we fire Doc tomorrow. Do you like the approach of just trying to get a new coach now and bring him in? Do you like that, or do you think that under no uncertain circumstances should the Bucks hire a coach until the season is concluded and you're just going to roll solely with the interim guys? Because I thought it was a bit when they fired Dr. Griffin and brought Doc in and had him coach him in. That was to me that was clunky. That was weird, and it almost felt like it seemed a bit counterproductive, right? But if we fire Doc tomorrow, do you think this organization should say, we are where we are with this team. We'll let one of the interim guys do the best they can. We have no expectations at this point because we've gotten rid of this. We got rid of Doc. We're going to trade, try to strengthen the roster, really probably for next year. And then we're going to try to see if we can hire our leader at the end of the season, right? We can hire. Do you
Well,
think?
remember, JT, the reason Doc you were able to bring in Doc Rivers was because he was already consulting with Adrian Griffin. So that they already had the reason, because also you remember what we talked about when they fired Adrian Griffin. We said, why would you? That was my biggest complaint. Why you can't fire a coach without a plan? You can't fire a coach without a plan for another. That was my biggest. That was one of the things I kept reiterating over and over and over again. And it turned out they did have a plan. They had Doc Rivers consulting, and so they went straight to. So they had a ready-made coach with experience. Again, we can talk about whether we like Doc Rivers or not, but their plan was we have a ready-made coach, a championship coach for a championship roster. That's, again, hindsight. Well, not even hindsight. We could have saw it's coming, but that was they had a plan. At this point, again, unless we don't know something we don't know, there is no coach that is in the wings and waiting to help out and come. That's it. So yeah, no, I don't think you can. Number one, I don't think there's anybody out there who would come. I know people. I've heard Mike Malone's stuff. He's not. Mike Malone ain't coming. Mike Malone's not. He's not coming to a team where Giannis don't know if he's gonna be here in the next year and gonna take a 4 or 5 year deal. He's not. There's other thing you have to do when you bring a championship coach in. You have to pay him like a championship coach. And so, and with and I'm talking about in terms of money now and length of contract. So no, it's not happening. You're not getting anybody of any substance of a name. You got it. To me, I think it's a no-brainer. You have to go with somebody on that bench. And again, now, if you want to get freaky with it, Rajon Rondo's down there too. And I don't know what I wouldn't do that. He's never been a head coach before. But if you want to get real freaky, that's the extent of. I'm just saying that to the extent of, like, because I don't know how much different Darvin Ham's going to be. I don't know what Dave Yeager. I don't know what Yeager. I don't know what kind of philosophy he's. I don't know. I also don't know. And again, I've always thought of him. Yeah, he's okay, coach. Rajon Rondo's a wild card. He may have some crazy ideas. And hell, at some point that might be what we need. I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there. I mean, I'm not saying that's something I would do. I'm just saying that's a.
You bring up a really good point. Because I didn't think about this. Any new coach coming in, the status of Giannis is the elephant in the room at this point. What is the status of Giannis? Am I taking over this team with the potential of Giannis potentially getting traded this summer? Am I taking over this team with Giannis not signing extensions, going to be here 1 year and be gone? I don't know. But I think when it comes to your hiring coaches, all that's got to factor into the decision of whether or not they want to take this job. Because, if you're taking this job with the Bucks and there's no Giannis, what is the plan, right? Not Mike Malone, these championship coaches, they don't want to come take over a complete total rebuild, right? I think at that point you're probably getting some sort of retread who had marginal success from time to time, maybe trying to get back on the upswing of things, but your best of the best coaches, I can't imagine them really wanting to coach the Bucks without Giannis at this point, unless of course you make some trades and you have some other pieces that can help you compete.
I think you almost got to go Darvin Ham. I think that's really the only thing that's out there that makes the most logical sense to me. But we know that this team sometimes doesn't do that because, you guys have definitely hit the nail on the head with that as far as bringing someone else in. But then, if we're looking at Doc and Mark Jackson hasn't coached in God knows how long, are you going to get Sam Cassell off of somebody's bench? I doubt it in the middle of a season with all this scrutiny up in the air. So, and Trey, you're not way off with it. It sounds a lot more ludicrous, truthfully, than what it is. Putting Rajon Rondo at the coaching position. Because remember when Jason Kidd first got that coaching position, he had no experience. Worked out pretty decent for him. Then you got other guys like Steve Nash that absolutely crashed and burned. So a couple different ways it could go. I just feel like we have nothing to lose now. So swing for the fences, see what happens. Let Darvin do it. I know a lot of Laker fans were upset at him for a lot of different things allegedly, but hopefully he has a group of guys there, at least at core, whatever's going to be here after this trade deadline, that wants to play for him. And because at this point, if you don't fire Doc every night you're gonna hear the same thing when we play bad. Doc this, doc that, doc this. You just gotta let him. You gotta let him go for the Bucks' sake. You gotta let him go for Doc's sake. You gotta let him go for everything. And we just gotta start afresh. And it's okay. It didn't work out.
Yeah, you got to pull the trigger on the decision. To me, I think, when you look at some of the comments and saying, anybody would be trash with this roster and all that stuff. It doesn't matter when you're 17-24 and you're back to square one. Remember when we started this, when Giannis came back, it was an 8-game deficit under 500. Now, Giannis came back. There was a small glimpse of hope for a second. Immediately gets tossed with bad losses to the depleted Denver Nuggets team, and then you go get whooped by the Timberwolves, and then you go get whooped again. It just, something has to change. And, all the people that says, okay, it may not be a spark within the locker room. Like, when a guy loses his job that was leading you guys, I would think that maybe that would at least motivate these guys to give effort, play better for somebody else, because they're on the hook for, no matter how you want to look at it, even if everybody's saying the roster is trash, yeah, they are trash. They're on the hook for why Doc Rivers would lose his job. So hopefully they come out with different motivation if they do can him.
All this Kuminga stuff that I keep seeing. Am I like I don't think he's like all that good. I think he is a part of the Golden State hype train where, we play in Golden State, and so they're really good, and so we got to think all their players are really good. Again, I'm not saying he's not a bum. I just don't. I think people talk about him like he's about to come and change something, and I don't see that out of Kuminga. Granted, I don't watch a ton of Kuminga, but from what I've seen, I mean, he's an okay player. I don't know. I've seen a lot about Jonathan Kuminga. Like, he's a good, like, if you had him as a role player on a good, yeah, fine. But I don't see anything more than that. Iron Man Clan TV 2386 super chat says trade Bobby Kuzma and KPJ for Ja, and trade Mo to the Turner for Kuminga, and post fire and post Quentin Post, and then fire Doc and trade GTJ for Drum. I did hear, and I don't know. I don't remember if that was who had that rumor about Turner and the Golden State Warriors. Was that Sittery? Is that the guy, Evan Sittery? I did
that one account that we got the black profile picture, that full court Sportsnet or something like that. Weird stuff.
I did see.
They just steal other people's sources and then they just accredit it to people.
That it does make sense that they would look for a big. I could see it. I could see now. Again, if you're telling me Turner for I would do again. Not that I think Miles Turner. Not Miles Turner. Not that I think Kuminga is anything special, but like Kuminga, I think he's a better player for us than Miles Turner has. Again, Miles Turner's been awful. He's been awful. And as we talk about the standings. The Hornets are up 4 right now over the Lakers with 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. So again, it's not even a guarantee you get in the damn play-in with how bad you've been. NYC Randy stepping in with another super chat. Boy, we are twerking tonight. He says, the Doc did come to the podium. NYC Randy says, Doc said, and I quote, "I really love the game plan. I thought we played the right way overall. I don't think we lost. I don't think we lost. Don't tell me this was tonight." He said, "I don't think we lost it. We right here trending on the right direction." Is that what he said? No. He said, I'm done with this bad back fucker. Bad back. Oh, bad. But he does have bad back. He be bending over all the time. Gotcha. That's funny. Was that NYC? Was that a quote from tonight? He thinks we're trending in the right direction. There's no way he said that tonight, man. There's no way he came up there and said that tonight. Wow, Marcos, that's exactly what he said. Wow, he said we're trending in the right direction.
Maybe he was looking at that end of the bench at the end and said, maybe I'll start giving these guys playing time because they were plus 15. That's what he saw. Jesus.
Wow. That's bad. Richard 5305 says stop the Doc talk. Haslam have his back all he wants. Again, we're not saying you can't pay. Again, at some point, it's about the results that are on the floor. And again, it's just crazy to me. Adrian Griffin I'm sorry, AG. I know you ain't listening to this, but I formally apologize on behalf of the city of Milwaukee, the state of Wisconsin, for firing 30-13, man. 30-13. And he gets fired. And Doc Rivers can be, just can do whatever the hell this is he's doing and remains employed, man. It's just sad. It's sad.
That's a great comment if you're like Winston-Salem State playing Wake Forest or something like that, right? That's not a comment you make as an NBA team who just got B2A 2 nights in a row. But I'm gonna tell you something, man. These last 2 nights have been easier to handle as losses than the Denver loss for me. Because at least I don't have to sit here and, well, what if this guy would have did this? What if that shot would have went in? We know we ain't have a chance in hell tonight, and we ain't have a chance in hell the other night. And it's easier to sleep with it. That's my solace in it.
Anybody got anything? It's just exasperating, right? And just because this team is it makes nothing. And to hear quotes like that from Doc, that Doc checked out. I don't know. I just that level of delusion and lack of self-awareness with how bad this team is. Is that what he's in the locker room saying? We're almost there, guys. Trey does voices better than me. Doc might be saying keep chopping wood, right? Keep hope alive. Whatever it is he's in there saying.
We're on the right track.
Yeah, we're on the right track. That might literally be in. Oh my God. I don't know. The only reason Haslam doesn't fire Doc is what? Because he doesn't want to pay 4 coaches at once, because he fires Doc. Is he still paying? There was some offset language with Bud. Is he still paying?
No, he's not paying. He's only paying. I think Griffin's in the last year. And then James Griffin had to say, y'all got to stop at this soft schedule shit, man. We've lost to the Wizards twice. We lost to the damn the Nets by 45. You're losing to teams without their best players. You can stop that again. That has been proven to be what was this show? Mythbusters? That's been proven to be false. That's a myth. He was a Morant. That's a myth. Because it has gotten worse against worse teams. So that whole schedule, and again, you can't tell him about the schedule, and then you didn't let him play the hard. You didn't let him go to the hard. Again, I saw what Doc Rivers did. Maybe you're right, but I have no clue what would have happened. I know what happened with Doc Rivers. Come on, you can't keep going with this whole. It was the schedule, and then you look the Doc Rivers schedule, and you 500. Come on, man. I can't get with that. I can't get with the schedule stuff. I can't get with the schedule stuff. Again, he said, and then people say Griffin was he was a rookie head coach. It's insane to me that comes out of people's mouth. You're upset at a rookie head coach that was 30-13, and that's what you would call trash. He had a better rookie year than JJ Redick, and didn't have the guys JJ Redick even had, and didn't have LeBron James, Anthony Davis. Then he got gifted Luka Doncic, and nobody says JJ Redick's trash. He had a worse year than Darvin Ham had, and Darvin Ham got fired late. It's very weird logic. Somehow he's got the they beat bad teams. Yeah, now we lose to bad teams. Now we lose to Minnesota without Rudy Gobert, and I've already talked about this before, man. It's just, you guys are killing me with that stuff, man. You're killing me with that.
It's just a certain level of delusion that you have to be to go out there on the podium and say that we're on the right track with this basketball team right now. It is, I would argue, has gotten, even worse than the last time we were under 500 by 8 games without Giannis. This is now, you're now looking at a team that does have a healthy Giannis, that has him playing exactly how Giannis plays, and you're getting no help. I don't understand how you would be progressing when you made a couple of steps with a couple of wins, and then it just goes right back to shit. We've been dealing with the same thing for the past 2 years, past 2.5 years, right? It's win one game, win a couple games, and then immediately lose a couple games. Now, obviously they went on a win streak last year because they started at 3-8, but it doesn't make sense to me as to how he thinks that this team is anywhere remotely close to being on the right track when they're regressing. And we're actively watching it, and we're actively seeing that they are trying to desperately make a move to try to do something about it. Like, that's contradicting to what the GM thinks. It certainly is, if all these rumors are true, that they're actively trying to find somebody.
Deadtron says y'all should collab with Amar's Logic.
So I think
I'll just ask
with this team, I really do think that we talk about this roster and needs. I doesn't feel like the needs just increase by the day. I don't. Yeah, what wasn't a need yesterday is definitely going to be a need tomorrow. I can't. Like I just that's the hardest part to me is watching this team. It's like the arc, right? Where you're literally right. You're going up. You're going up. You're going up. We never even went all the way up. I don't know. It was just like a mini. I don't know, right? You think literally like you're going up and waiting for the clock, and then no, we never really fully. I just don't feel like this team ever fully launched, right? Like we had some good moments. We got just enough to have some hope, and then right on back down in the doldrums. And this isn't. I mean, look, you said something about collabing with Amar's Logic. You don't think I got like 10 people already in there?
See.
No, I'm not doing it.
Bucks fan base in there. So it'd be hard for us all four to fit in, I think.
I'm just asking. I'm asking a question.
Yeah, they're like rotate guests.
I'm gonna leave it alone. Y'all. I just threw the bait out there. Okay. I'm gonna let it go.
Oh, it's no bait. That's genuinely true though. Like, how would us four fit in there at one time? I don't know.
There's a gang of people in there already, right? But I feel like no, seriously. I have no shade toward Marlon. We're not doing it.
You've been killing with the super chat, so we're gonna have to get in there and start twerking.
They do a good job. I just
all right, real quick. Doc Rivers 83 and 78, I believe.
80. He's 5 games below 500. Wow.
5 games below 500 in 100 and some games. 100 and what? Or 161 games? Is that it? Yeah, that's ass. With Giannis, with Dame, for 2.5 seasons or 1.5 seasons.
Yeah. Let me see. Steeler Face is asking if there are post-game comments from Giannis. I haven't seen anything from Giannis.
That's funny. What do you say? Giving out free tickets yet?
Still giving out free tickets, yeah. You might as well watch the game from there. No point in you might as well watch the game from up in there, really. Let me see. There was a comment here I wanted to get at, but I don't see it. I can't find it anymore. Okay. Yeah, I can't find it. Yeah, man, but it's just Jay, I ask you guys this, and then we can get to moving here. Jace Bucks in 6s. Horse might need to go too. Do you guys again, we talked about John Horst before. How much of this are you putting on John Horst?
Well, I put a lot on John Horst because I feel like it's been move after move in the offseason that just has not panned out. You can even constitute the Damian Lillard at this point as not successful, at least. Like, maybe you don't say failure because there were some highs and there were some injuries, but that wasn't successful. Then you get to this offseason, gotta waive him, which I get, tore his Achilles. But you go with the Miles Turner situation, and I mean, to be quite honest, I think DeAndre Ayton is a better option for way less money.
He sucks.
Yeah, but so does Miles Turner. So does Moesha.
True.
And so, like, you're looking at it like I feel like DeAndre Ayton could honestly provide more on the defensive end, at least. Tonight, you saw him in the pick and roll against, what is the white dude on San Antonio?
Cornette?
Yeah, Cornette. You saw him in the pick and roll there. Abused. Absolutely abused. Absolutely no man's land. And then you look down the bench and you see how many guys that are not getting minutes. Like, all the guys that we re-signed, even, re-signing KPJ at this point, could that be a failure? Could the re-signing of Gary Trent Jr., that could very well be a failure. He only showed flashes last year. The flashes were high, but haven't seen anything remotely close to that playoff series he had. And then you look at, okay, we re-signed Taurean Prince. I'm not mad at that. He played decent, I thought, when he came back this year. Where's he at? Hurt? Like, Cole Anthony not playing. Amir Coffey not playing. Gary Harris not impacting the game as much as we need. Like, there was no move made this offseason that is a positive, I don't believe. And then you factor in the drafting part that we always talk about, and so that just makes this a lot to do with, I think, what John Horst has done to this basketball team. I don't think he's off the hook. He's not off the hook.
Oh, he 100% bears culpable. But here's the thing. John Horst has shown he's not afraid to take big swings. And I think you need that. But the problem with big swing is, look, when it works out, it's great. When it doesn't, it is bad. And yes, he's made decent moves, but there's some things that leave sour taste. See Jay Crowder, right? See the Moesha, right? See the Dame trade that did not work out. See the firing Dr. Griffin in the middle of the season without the thought process behind. I mean, see every draft pick pretty much, right? I think our most productive draft pick at this point after Dante was Andre Jackson Jr. Is that about right?
See, here's my only pushback on some of this. I just wonder how much and we heard about this, how much pull has been taken away from John Horst. Because for the life of me, I don't believe Amir Coffey was a John Horst guy. I think that was a Doc Rivers. I think Doc Rivers, from my understanding, Doc Rivers was the one who wanted Amir Coffey. Because that one seemed odd to me. And then even the hiring of Doc Rivers, we know he didn't want to hire Doc Rivers. We know he didn't want to hire Adrian Griffin. So I get it, and I'm not saying he's totally absolved from criticism, but he has not been able to have the full control of his roster, and from top to bottom. And so, as he has lost influence with the organization, is there a reason that has coincided with the Bucks, falling off a little bit? And again, I'm just throwing that out there. I'm not saying that, again, Horst definitely has some misses, like you mentioned the Dame. But again, I have a hard time getting upset. That was the right trade to make. When we got Moesha, we thought that was going to be in syndication. We thought Moesha was going to run for 6-7 seasons. We thought it was it was good. And we ended up getting the Brandy that was running people over with a car. Did she kill somebody?
Damn it, Trey. Why you going? Damn it. She got an accident, and I don't know if somebody. I don't know. Did somebody?
I think she killed somebody. I think Brandy killed. Yeah,
car accident.
I think she was under Henry Ruggs.
I don't know. Did she kill someone? I know somebody was seriously injured. Did they die?
I think they did, and maybe they were seriously injured. I know she ran somebody. I know she got off because she was Brandy. But anyway, that's my point. Was we didn't get, but they were the right moves when we made them. Some of them were the right moves when we made them, and they just didn't work out. But again, James Morris's team Turner was the worst free agent signer. If you didn't say that when you signed him, then it's tough to be upset about that.
Oh damn!
You are right. It's not. No.
Yes, it is.
No. How is it tough to be upset about that when
nobody
was expecting? No, I was not expecting him to be this ass. But I'm gonna still talk about it because he's ass.
No, you can. No, you can.
And that doesn't take away that I was happy that they were able to acquire him. Right,
and yeah, and again, so to me is the. I'm not saying it takes away. I'm just saying if we, so for example, I don't get upset at things that I was happy about. Like when the Bucks signed, or not upset. I don't get mad. I'm not saying this correctly. If I agreed with your signing, I can be upset that it didn't work out, but I can't then kill you for making the move. Like right now, KPJ's been asked the last 5 games. I wanted KPJ in the offseason. I never wanted Doc Rivers. I feel like I can kill the organization for the Doc Rivers thing. I feel like I can kill the organization for firing Adrian Griffin because I don't think it was a good idea to fire Adrian Griffin. I wanted Damian Lillard. I killed Damian Lillard the whole time he was here. For a lot of times, Dame Bros were mad at us, but that doesn't mean it wasn't the right move to make. I guess that's all I'm saying. I agree. I'm upset at how Miles Turner's played, but I'm not upset that was the move that we made. And again, I see people talking about, the signing. And again, yeah, so if you thought it was going to go bad, then beat your chest and that's great. But the alternative was to pay Damian Lillard to rehab. And I understand why that frustrates you. But again, that goes back to Giannis. Giannis didn't want a gap year. Giannis didn't want to sit around and do nothing. So because Giannis spurred, was all, hey, we need to compete for a championship. Well, then the Bucks had to do something. And, right or wrong, you had to do something. Now, again, if you're John Horst, do you cut losses? Do you trade Turner now? And now that's you flip Turner for something else. I don't know. I
got some Doc audio. Y'all sitting down?
Yeah.
I didn't. The other point was already put in the chat. So we'll just get to some of his other points. First half, the fouling killed us. They had 23 free throws in the first half. We shot 48 3-pointers tonight. 40 didn't go in. Went back to the fouling. Tons of missed shots. Guys in this locker room aren't worrying about what this record is right now. We have half the year left, and guys aren't looking at a record, but they're looking to get better. Doubled down on his Minnesota was clearly the dead legs thing, and tonight they just completely got outplayed. Before the game, if you told him they had 48 threes, he think they had a good shot to win this game. Long round rebounds killed us. Thought Bobby had a smart game, got inside and outside a lot. Kyle practiced those shots, and they were good shots. Talked about Scoot and Ryan. They're just struggling. He got to do a better job of putting them in the right position. KPJ shot selection, this is me ad-libbing a little bit, absolutely atrocious. And the Spurs made everything, and we missed everything. 3 days off of practice will be great. It's good to have. Everyone is fighting. Good thing for the East is no one ran away from each other. This is going to really make the chat happy. If we win 5 games in a row, we'll be in the 6th seed.
Man.
Everyone, this is after the question they asked him about.
He said if we win 5 games in a row, we'll be in the 6th seed.
We could be in the 6th seed.
You win 1 game.
They asked him, was Giannis frustrated? And he said everyone's frustrated. You don't think Bobby's frustrated? You don't think Miles is frustrated? And this is what happens when you have young guys in your backcourt. There's going to be ups and downs, and it's going to be tough. I don't know why where I normally get the audio from took so long, but hey, man, I think we got to throw these in the air tonight, man. That's, yeah. He's rallying behind his guys, man.
And we don't have time and that's why I go back to John Morant. We don't have time for young guys to struggle. And I'll say that is one of the main reasons why these losses have piled up. It's been, again, you want to call Rollins the second best player, fine. Rollins and KPJ have been bad. And your second and third best players, because Miles Turner at this point is the afterthought, your second and third best players have been bad. And so he was right about that. I think he was right about having to put him in better spots. But again, that's on him. And but that whole mess about he's just yapping. I just can't believe he can continue with this role, man. Like I just can't believe it. But I ain't got nothing else.
3 days off too. Is that what he's saying? 3
Yeah,
days off.
3 days off to get right.
It's really gonna fix things after. I don't know how you set the benchmark at 5 games straight when you haven't won. I don't believe 4 in a row. Maybe even they got to 3. I think at the beginning of the season, or no, 2.
No.
Wow, you set the benchmark.
They've only won 2 games in a row. Yeah,
you set the benchmark really high, Doc. You set it really high. You're not going to be able to do that, I don't believe. With the way these games are going, there's nothing you've done to make me believe you're going to get 5 in a row.
No, he wouldn't no damn 5 in a row.
It could be the Wizards in your way, and you'll lose that one.
But we did twice. I mean,
exactly.
I really hope at one point we're absolutely all wrong and we got to write this dude an apology letter. It's so hard.
Don't worry.
I'd love to.
No, don't. The eyes never lie, sir. Don't worry. We won't be. We're not gonna be wrong at this point. I'm going to tell you right now, and I hate to say that because I would love to be wrong. But don't worry, that's not gonna happen.
This team now, or that team last year at 3-8. I thought 3-8 was pretty low, but I tweeted it out the other day, man. This level of toxicity that we have right now, it's crazy, man. It is really crazy. I don't even remember this back in the days when the Bucks were really bad, it being this visceral on Twitter where you see a lot of fans going at each other and stuff like that. Because at least back there in Todd Day and Lee Mayberry days, we understood we sucked and we were what we were. We were just happy to be at the game, see if they would come up with a new cool hat to match the purple and green stuff, to go with your Jordans or whatever the year they was, the Space Jam joints or the Mars joints. Now it's just like, this is probably the lowest in all my years of seeing the Bucks that we've been, just because we all know that we have, in my opinion still, the best player in the NBA on our team. And you think at the worst you should be 4 or 5 games over 500 with Giannis and anybody.
Yeah, it seems that the Clippers have turned things around. But yeah, no end in sight yet for the Bucks. Monica says you should never get your center who's not start playing 107. Again, I disagree with the $107 million stuff. Again, so you're Monica, the alternative is, because again, you'd make that argument. It doesn't matter if it's Miles Turner, whoever you're bringing in, you'd argue that you gave him $107 million. In reality, it's you. If the directive is you have to keep players around and compete, then you couldn't keep Damian Lillard around, who was going to rehab. So I disagree with that argument that it's $107 million. I just don't. I see what you're saying. I'm sorry. I take that back. I see what you're saying. I thought you were talking. My bad. I thought you were talking about. I strike that. I take that back. My bad. I see what you're saying. But yeah, it's desperate times. Let's go to Twitter. See what Twitter has to say. Gnosis of Nick says, I truly believe if Doc could quit, he would, and his only option is to get fired. He didn't sign up to coach this Bucks team. He's checked out and just wants to golf. At Sunk 345 says Doc has these moments where he'll draw 1 or 2 good plays a game, and the rest of the game, it's like his brain doesn't exist. At Drew Barringer says, no, it's not Doc's last game because this franchise is run by morons, but the season is over and has been. Any trade made has to have next season in mind. Let's see here. At Rob E. Digital says, I'm glad I have tickets for the Mavs game next weekend. Now I just hope they only lose by 20. At NYC Randy says, speechless. We might have to trade away Giannis. This is over. The Bucks won't fire Doc. They won't make the trade early enough. We're in literal hell. Worst place you can be as a fan, stuck going nowhere. A few more here. At Rickman Steve says, no game until Monday. Good as time as any to can him. Either way this goes, we can't move forward with Doc. See, at ArcD06 says the roster's awful. At Brat Tat says season's been over. Team is terrible. And a couple. What? Okay, this will be the last one. ArcD06 says, y'all are not fooling anyone. The hate for Doc is coming from his statement about ice and being a black coach. No one is winning with this roster. So that's a first. The hate for Doc is about his statements against ice. All right, yeah, nothing to do with being barely above 500 coaches of tenure with the Bucks. Nothing to do with being 17-24. Nothing to do with getting blown out by 30 at halftime every other game. But yes, it was about his statement. That's what we're all upset about. The statements against ice. Gotcha. All right. Art D gets the comment.
Is that a real person? Have you looked on the profile?
Let's see his profile. Yeah. No. Oh yeah. He a Alpha Phi Alpha.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Are they supposed to be the thinkers of the frats? They supposed to be the
I don't
smart
know. He ain't thinking about nothing.
I think my thing is on mute.
What you say?
You said what?
I say that.
Yeah. Arc D06. You say something stupid like that, we'll call you out. ARKDEE06. With that was yeah. That was dumb.
I don't think Doc is stupid though. So I would love to see Doc just, hey man, put me up in that office. Let me be an assistant. If Haslam is boy, let me be an assistant to the owner, be an assistant to somebody, president of the paint colors on the practice court, whatever you want to call him. Pay him the rest of his money. Let him give his basketball expertise or whatever he sees from a distance. And let's just move on. Like, do a solid.
Todd says Bill Michaels said today that it doesn't help for attendance at Doc pisses off. Man, Bill Michaels is an asshole. I can't stand no Bill Michaels. He's a joke. He's always been a joke. He's been a doofus ever since Bill Michaels said that dumb shit about what's my guy's name? Sterling. What's the man they got tased by the police?
Brown.
Sterling Brown, and he was Sterling Brown doing at 2 a.m. Man, shut up. I don't want to hear nothing about Bill Michaels. So screw Bill Michaels, and there's another dork, whoever his producers that works for him. He's an asshole too. I don't like either one of them. Jaker Obey says Bill Michaels is a blowhard, huh?
Joe Zinzola?
No. I don't think is it Zinzola. Let me roll that back. I need to see his Twitter. What's his name?
Joe Zinzola? I don't think
I don't think it's him. I think it's somebody else. I don't think it's him. So if that's him, no. I don't think it's him. I think it's somebody else. But somebody who either works for Bill Michaels or used to work for him. He's a dumbass too. But yeah, I can't stand no damn Bill Michaels. I can't stand no Bill Michaels. He's an idiot.
I don't know.
Why we had to talk about? I was gonna say why we had to talk about radio. I mean,
yeah. That's it, Jacob boy. Grant Bile. Yeah, that's his name.
Oh,
yeah, that's him. Yeah, that's him. I can't stand his ass either. Grant Bill C. What's his name? Yeah, Wisco Grant. That's him. Yeah.
Where's Bill Michaels from?
Ohio.
Like, so what network is he? Like, was he just a Twitter guy? Or?
Nah, he's do radio. Was he on? He was on the Fan, wasn't he?
Before the Big Show, and then he went over to 920, and now he's just kind of statewide, and he just streams his stuff across a multitude of different networks and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think he was one that got fired. I think he got fired because I ain't on the radio no more, so I can say whatever I want. I think he got fired because in his don't quote. I feel bad if I'm wrong about this, so I'm gonna say allegedly. I believe he got fired because he was in a. He got a divorce, and they found out that in the divorce, all the proceedings came out, and in that divorce, I believe all the statements came out about all the sponsorship money that he was pocketing under the table. That's what I believe happened. Don't quote me. You didn't hear that from me. I don't like the gossip. You didn't hear that from me. But
allegedly. Allegedly, this is what was in. We'll say allegedly to cover here.
Allegedly, I could be wrong, but I think I'm right.
So Bill Michaels allegedly was making sure he was getting paid a little bit more for shitty. Okay, I got you.
Would have been cheaper to keep her.
They don't land with the people. They gonna land with my pocket. There it is. Hey. Cash under the table for real.
It's midnight, man. Let me get up. It's midnight. Hey, we playing around on here.
Freaky Friday is what it is. It's Friday, according to Trey. Freaky Friday.
Yep. Hey, I'll spill it all, baby.
Bill Michaels spending some of that cash in silk, allegedly.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised if he was up at the silk. I wouldn't be surprised if you caught him up there. I ain't gonna say
throwing dollars up and picking up some off the floor that he just threw up, putting back in his pocket, throwing them up again.
All right.
Oh my God, not the recycling.
That's crazy.
I ain't gonna say what I want to say about. Hey, I ain't gonna say what I want to say about other people. I'm gonna let it go. All right. But Justin, you was a fool.
What I do?
Nah, when you told me that thing, man. But I ain't gonna say it. But that's.
I know you don't.
Nah, we'll talk later. Nah,
Justin sound like you want you to tell him right now.
Nah, I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, nah, you know.
Is it appropriate?
Yeah. Nah, it ain't. It's just funny. It's messed up. It's actually messed up, but it's funny. It's whatever the most messed up thing. Huh?
I be saying stuff and forgetting it.
Yeah. Well, I'll let it go. All right.
That's the problem when you got a PhD in astronomy.
I'll let it go.
By the way, there's layers of messed up, right? Like there's layers.
This is real messed up. This is real messed up.
Levels of messed up. If you tell me he was, if you tell me somebody was, let me not say that.
We'll talk about it.
No, Deadtron, we don't have beef with Amara's logic. We do not have.
No, we don't have beef with Amara. No, not at all. We have no problem.
I don't know. I don't know.
We support all Bucks creators. Come on, man. It's a small number of us to try to cover this team in an in-depth way and are intellectually honest and assessments in here like that too. Why would we want to knock another creator who takes the time to cover the team and get the word out? Because I do think that, we see the national media spin. If you want to turn on ESPN, you turn on 3-letter network, all you're going to hear about is the Knicks and the Lakers, right? Like, you're never going to, the Bucks, even when the Bucks were one of the best teams in the NBA, never really got that love. So, no, we don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, and I think he works real hard. He's one of the ones that be on there every night live after the game. So I definitely respect the work, man. I respect the work. Only person I respect was that doofus ass. What was his name? I can't remember. He a quitter. He a quitter. He don't count because he quit he quit like he ran out the damn gym like Wemby did in the first quarter. Stop guarding Giannis. What was the man's name? I don't forgot. Barrett. That was the name. Yeah, he nigga to quit.
Oh, where's he at?
Quit. He ran out the field. He ran out the field like AB.
Oh, he don't out of
pocket. Yeah, he quit, man. He a quitter.
He out of pocket.
People was commenting at FBI under his stuff for some of them crazy videos. So, like, if he had to go away for a little while, I don't blame him.
Nah, he ain't gonna. He quit. He had again. His mama probably kicked him out of his basement. That's the problem. Mom said you gotta go.
You gonna start calling JT the Cream City Charlemagne? He started a lot more than anybody, dog.
I like the Cream City Charlemagne. I'm just
saying. Draymond about to be suspended.
And not even when he was knocking us, he was making these wild videos on his own, and it was like, yo. I looked, I said, man, why you wouldn't pray for him?
Yeah, man, he was on the. Listen, man, he has some.
Didn't he have like 8 burners? And he used to be in our chat with all these.
Yeah, I think he had neurological issues. So hopefully, he might be in an institution. I'm done. I'm done. All right, let's do
Charlemagne. I ain't Charlemagne.
I'm done.
Hey, I think James Moore has a good comment though. If we want to just go completely off the rails and say screw the game, we can just talk about how we started this. That's pretty cool.
Oh, he says, I have a question. How did the 4 of you come together to start the pod? Oh, yeah, I'll do that real quick. How this one start? Well, if you've been following us for a while, we had a Saturday show on All Your T's and Q's, which was on 97.3 The Game. And at some point, Emphasis says Giannis did a pretty long post game. So maybe we can, as we tell this story and get rapping, maybe somebody can figure out, can give you some quotes in there about what Giannis said. But yeah, the whole thing, we were doing a Saturday show, 10 to noon, All Your T's and Q's, 97.3 The Game. And eventually we thought we were going to get to do a post-game show, and they didn't let us do a post-game show on the radio. And so we just decided to do this on our own. But Chris, you got on, well, JT was on the show first. First was me and this guy named Q. And then JT came on when he brought in this other guy, Nick, who was on T's and Q's for a little bit. And then that's when we got JT on. And then Chris, you got on because of the Dayton connection with
Costas and Giannis.
Costas, yeah.
So yeah, the way that happened was funny because I started rooting on the Bucks when Costas went to Dayton. I'm from Dayton, Ohio, so that was right around the time that they, I think, Giannis's first MVP season. Like right after that, right after Costas committed to Dayton, I was a Bucks fan for that. So then I saw Trey pop up on my Twitter because I'm just chronically on Twitter, and followed Trey. We were actually in a the way it started was asking if I wanted to be in his fantasy football league, which I was trash at.
Oh man, all right.
Which I was trash
You were in
at.
the league for a second.
Yeah. And then so they just called me. I was still in school at the time. They just called me and we talked about some things, and I had a college basketball background. They wanted to bring that to the show. Started that way, got on their radio show, did that for, some time, and then you guys can take it away from there, how you guys approached with the idea.
So, yeah, I mean, we joined in, and, when I came in, I came in 2021. It was T's and Q's. The funny thing is, for about 3 weeks, it was me, Trey, and Q. And then Q, I don't know where Q was. I have an idea, but I don't want to say that if that's the case, because I don't, I want to keep his when he does the day job private, I don't want to do that. But then Q, I don't know if Q called Trey and just resigned or what. I'm not really sure. But then Nick came on, and then Nick came in, and then Nick did his thing for a good year. Then Nick ended up going to Ohio State and Columbus, and so then it was Trey, it was me, Trey, and then Chris came along too, and I remember that. And then Jeff Orlowski was our producer. Shout out to Jeff Orlowski who's watching. It's our guy. We got to get him on.
Shout out to Pipe Bomb.
We got to get
free the Pipe Bomb
too. And then Justin always showed us love and support. Justin was always calling in, dropping dimes. And after Justin's calls, it was like, "Yo, this is great for the show. Like, you gotta get this. We need more of this brother." And then, so, to go back in the story, we actually were doing post-game shows for the Bucks, but it was playoffs only on 97.3. So for the playoffs, they would call us in, and we would do these post-game shows, and we would be on sometimes 2-3 hours and just taking 10 phone calls a night of people calling after the game and commenting, and it was dope. It was a great concept. And so then, Trey in the summer sometime was like, "Man, let's why don't we start a podcast? Why don't we give people more? Why we gotta wait till the playoffs to do these post game shows? Why don't we just do this thing?" And 97.3 was talking about it. And I'm not sure that it's tough because there's still Packers and other sports things. So fitting in a Bucks post game show would have been tough. So we was like, "Man, why don't we just talk to other Bucks fans a few times a week and cover this squad? Let's talk about the players that nobody nationally realizes their impact, good, bad, whatever. Let's flush this out, because we know Bucks fans who are watching 20, 30, 40, 50 games a year, whereas he's Mike Wilbon. How many games Mike Wilbon watching?
2.
How many games the boys on NBC watching?
The games that are on NBC.
That's what I'm saying, right? How many games are these NBA writers really watching? I mean, and again, I have respect for David Aldridge. You name him. I think Trey still got beef with David Aldridge.
Yeah, he ain't watching no games.
That was 3 Twitter accounts ago, right? Like, I mean, And so that was really how this thing came about. Is we just said, "Man, let's talk about it. Let's try to cover it the right way." And we always try to keep it a buck. We're not. Yes, we've had sources in the building, and Trey may still have sources in the building too. But we always just try to keep it real with y'all and cover it the way and kind of share what we're seeing, because we know y'all are seeing the same thing too. And we know that if we don't do this thing locally, then nobody's gonna raise these issues as Bucks fans, and we don't really have a community to kind of hash this stuff out. So.
Last point, the funny thing about Justin, and I think I told Justin this before, is I remember when I first moved to Milwaukee, and I think this is in 2010 when I first got to Milwaukee. I was listening to, after the Bucks game, I would listen to Sparky doing his post game, and every night, I'm talking about every single night, first caller was Justin from NC. So I didn't even know who he was, but I was like, I just realized, because I'd be going home from the game and get in the car, first thing here, Justin from NC, and he had these great comments, great commentary on the game and discussing it. And it's just funny that, like, you look and it's damn, it's 2020, 16, 15 years later. And and me and Justin chop it up every night, just like he did with Sparky on the radio on the Fan back in the day. So nice full circle moment how this come together.
Now I just be sober when I be doing it though. When I used to call Sparky joint, I used to be lit. And them was some dog days, man.
Yeah, it was dog days.
Basketball to watch. Yeah, I remember taking my kids to the games in DC, man, and taking them to Charlotte, man. And just the irony now, man, like you can't even get within 15, 20, 30 feet of Giannis now. Giannis would come out the tunnel and look for JR and Ash. And I'm gonna show y'all a picture at some point. It's a picture of him with them. And Giannis that's before he went to G's. He got the jacked up fade and all that stuff, man. It's crazy to see how this has come. And that's why for me, man. But, meeting y'all three dudes is amazing, man. Me and Trey went out there to the Living Legends golf course, Charlie Siffers. Hit the golf ball around, and then Chris King invited me to his town, man. And, I bang on Dayton, but that's because I be salty as hell when we be losing. And we been doing a whole lot of that shit.
Now there's two parts of the story that we got to go back on, Trey. The first one is this thing really started in 2016.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Bucks talk, and he had to show on Snapchat before showing on Snapchat was really a thing. And so Trey started on Snapchat. It was wild because this dude would have random people, and he would really go around asking people and interviewing people. This dude started a Snapchat Bucks Talk show.
An amazing intro as well.
And he would be watching. And I don't know. At some point, Bucks Talk got canceled. Or maybe it was a trademark infringement issue. I think that's what it was.
Bucks Talk was fun.
Bucks Talk was fun. But what was wild, Justin? I don't even know your last name because I got you on my phone as Justin from North Carolina. I don't even know your last name. It doesn't matter because I know who it is. My guy, Justin from North Carolina.
Certainly a Spurlock. Yeah, man. So that's good. So did anybody get the? That's good story time there.
Todd said is my dresser for my grandma. Hey, not my grandma. That's from the parents. But you take any kind of saving some money you can at this age. I'll save some cheese.
Solid oak though. That's cherry wood.
I had to pay the movers to do that. It wasn't me.
Right.
My back would have gave out like Doc.
I know that thing at least 300 pounds, and I'm already knowing you can get a couple seasons worth of.
That's one of those you take apart. You take all the drawers out. You do everything.
Yeah, I know it's heavy.
And let me give you some advice first. As you dating women, as you get older, they gonna look at stuff like that. They pay attention. His brother got a headboard. He got a dresser. Do they match? Right? Does he got a nightstand for bonus points? He got a nightstand for something. All this stuff is gonna be important. Especially when the older women who got jobs and they got something coming to your spot, you don't get with TV on the floor, bed on the floor, got no box spring, no frame, no nothing. You don't want to be in that type of situation. So I say all that to say that, man, keep that dresser for as long as you can, sir. Keep that thing. Is that a dresser or a chest of drawers? I don't know the difference because I'm not sophisticated enough. But yeah, keep that for as long as you can, sir. And if you really want to spice it up, get you some stuff that matches it for the next spot.
All right.
That's why we need to bring back the segment of JT's dating advice, man. Because you told the Indiana people if they was dating their cousin or some stuff and they want to kill you in your inbox. I remember that.
The best one was when he tell everybody on Thanksgiving not to have it, not to have a white washcloth.
Now listen, man. Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all on that. Look, I'm gonna tell you right now. That's the advice. Y'all know this. If you are spending, for those of y'all who are new to this thing, y'all ain't true to this thing. You know this, if you are spending the night at your significant other's house, and anybody who matters to you in that kind of way, anybody you got an intimate relationship with, if they give you a towel and washcloth to shower, and that washcloth is white,
no go.
It's gonna be bone dry. You better wash it with your hands, because I'm gonna tell you right now, that white washcloth, about to get all your business out there. And then, the worst part is you use white washcloth. Now you got to wash the washcloth. Like you in the sink with the hand soap with the stuff, trying to wash the washcloth, brother. And I'm just gonna tell you right now, it ain't no way to hide a washcloth that's tan when it was originally white. Don't do it. Don't use that white washcloth. And if you really want to be up on game, bring your own damn washcloth and make sure it's black. He ruined the part ways with it, so if it don't look right, who's walking? I don't know. Right. Like, hey, that's the key though. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't bring that whitewash. No, sir.
Yeah, no, I agree with that one. Monica says he thinks the Bucks are gonna be fire sale. I disagree. Well, I guess I agree, but I think it's gonna be trying to upgrade. When you talk about fire sale, I don't think they'll be tank. I don't think it's gonna be a tank job at all. I think they're gonna. I really, again, I wouldn't be surprised if they flip the roster, but I don't think they're going to. I don't think they're gonna. I don't think they're gonna be sellers at the deadline. Do y'all even want to do game balls? Is there a reason to do game balls? No reason to do game balls. All right, let's just roll into it. Look around the NBA. 119-101 Spurs beat the Bucks tonight. Warriors are up over the Knicks.
Oh, did Giannis have comments or no?
Yeah, I want to see if anybody has the Giannis comments. That'd be great. Trailblazers are beating the Hawks right now. Looks like the Trailblazers are going to get a win, so that is good for the Bucks. The Blazers are up 13 over the Hawks in the fourth quarter 3 minutes ago. What's up?
Draymond out here tackling people like a San Francisco 49er in his basketball game, too.
Wouldn't not surprised.
Again?
The Hornets do look like they're going to beat the Lakers tonight. 3 minutes. There's 2 minutes ago. Hornets are up 8. There's a Colin Sexton lay-in right there. 2 minutes, 35 seconds. Hornets up 8 over the Lakers, so they might get a game closer to the Bucks. Magic beat the Grizzlies in Berlin today. Did you guys see John Morant arguing with who was he arguing with this afternoon? Vince Williams. Yeah, so again, that was interesting. Then he didn't play tonight. Then he had the comments when they were talking about it, about how he was, the trade rumors. They're asking, how do people in Memphis feel? And he said it don't matter how they feel. It should really, you guys should really be concerned with how I feel. And so that was interesting.
That's just man.
Yeah,
never changed, bro.
Yeah.
You want to bring him in our locker room to show his ass. You want to bring John Morant in our locker room to show his ass. Notwithstanding all the off-court issues and maturity, everything else, you want to bring John Morant in.
We showing our ass every night.
No.
We're showing our ass every night.
We're shaking our ass every night. We're not showing our ass. There's a difference. Stop it. Stop. There's a difference between shaking your ass and showing your ass. You bring Ja, no. Hell no. And at least right now, we're shaking our ass on the court.
I just don't think we have a luxury. I just don't know that we have a luxury to say, we can't bring you in because we at this point, I just don't think we have a luxury to tell people no. And again, I think the other thing is, when does Ja Morant, if again you bring him in on his second team, do you think are you saying he's not mature enough? Maybe he's not, to know that this is your last. You are on your last. There is no other big time max deal that you got coming to you if it don't work out.
He was on his last chance 3 years ago, right after he signed that extension. Didn't that when he started wilding?
Yeah.
JT, all that is very plausible. I'm gonna hope he comes out there with something to prove, and just it's a last shot, like Trey said, to get not even another max deal, because I don't think he'll see another max deal, but at least get some more generational type money. And I hope he comes in and he hoops, because look, we can't have. He's gonna be better than 0 for 9. What was Ryan Rollins tonight?
Yeah, he was like 2 for 8. Somewhere it was bad.
Right. And
Ja Morant's better than that.
And the worst come to worst, man. All the little kids in Milwaukee, they're gonna get some pretty cool Ja 3 sneakers and stuff like that. So it's an upside.
I don't know about that. Did everybody part ways with him when he started?
No, he still got his sneakers.
He still got sneakers coming out?
Yeah. He's like of the younger generation after the LeBrons and all them, he's probably, between him and Book, are the best selling Nike basketball shoe for the young guys that actually hoop.
There's a parade inside my city. And guess what? T. Morant right behind him with the bottles of liquor on the court. That's what I want to see. Pistons.
We sit next to him.
Pistons. I'd sit next to him. Hey, I bet he's a lot of fun at the game. Pistons beat the Suns 108-105 tonight. And the Celtics beat the Heat. Heat are 21-20. They are one game over 500. So they're on the risking to get under 500 here in a second here. Thunder beat the Rockets 111-91. The Mavericks 144-122. Again, you just think about this kind of stuff. The Mavericks are 16-26. Again, just to go to show, and you saw, all the injuries, all the things that are going on with that basketball team. They're basically right in line. Now they are 10 games under 500, but they're basically right in line with the Bucks, right? And Bucks 17-24. That's 16-26. Just going to show you the job Jason Kidd has done compared to Doc. He's a better coach than Doc Rivers. Doesn't take much, but that's what it is here. Looking around the I know we want to talk about the NFL playoffs and what's coming up on.
We got to talk about that because we don't have another show till Monday.
Yeah, and I ain't gonna be here Monday like we talked about either. But I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to do it. But let's see. You got Bills, Broncos, Niners, Seahawks, Texans, Patriots, Rams, Bears. Really, 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 really quick, guys. Where are you going? Bills, Broncos. What you got? And we are trying to. We do want to move a little quick. It's 12:20.
I'm going. Give me the Broncos. I think the Broncos defense. Bodix has got a good thing going. I think Josh Allen is an absolute beast. But I mean, Josh Allen's got to get the passing game going. James Cook is one of the best backs in the league. But I just think that the Bills can't be one-dimensional against this Broncos team. Like, you can't do that. So. Give me Broncos. I think the Broncos advance to the AFC Conference Finals, and I think they play the New England Patriots.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Denver as well. I think just the luck's gonna run out on the Bills, man. Too close versus the Jags. Doesn't really seem like that defense is that strong. Josh Allen's always gonna put up a good game, but at this point, I see, Lamar, I see Patrick Mahomes flame out, and this is his best shot at it, but I still don't think he gets it done. So I go Denver just because their defense is so good, and Bo Nix will figure it out with those receivers.
I'm going to go Bills. I'm going to go Bills because I think the Broncos are frauds. Come back, kids. That stuff's over. Go ahead, Josh Allen. This is your year. If you don't do it this year, hey, man. I can't put you in that top 5 argument no more. You got to do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Bills too. I think Josh Allen finds a way. This is what moments are made of. Big time quarterbacks, like you said, the 4 horsemen. There's only one left in the playoffs right now. So Josh Allen, you got your shot, you got your opportunity. Go ahead and go beat the Broncos. 49ers, Seahawks. Where are you guys going there? I'll start off. I'm gonna go Niners. Over the Seahawks, I think. Listen, I'm never gonna trust Sam Darnold. Just can't do it. Purdy is again. He's got to stay within himself. Darnold's gonna throw you a couple. He's gonna throw you a couple. Make the most of the opportunities. Lean on CMC. And I think the Niners will be okay. Give me the Niners to beat the Seahawks.
I'm going Niners for the fact of not just CMC and Purdy. Even though they just lost George Kittle.
They did lose Kittle.
Because Robert Saleh can make magic. I mean, it is unbelievable the amount of injuries that defenses had. They got linebackers playing that weren't even on practice squads in September. I don't know where they got these guys. I mean, that team, with the amount of injuries they've had, and I think Kyle Shanahan is probably the best coach left in the playoffs at this point. I gotta go with the Niners. I mean, I think they're going to find a way to make this thing work. And yeah, I mean, the Niners advance to the NFC Championship game again because I don't believe in the Seahawks. And I think I saw a report that Sam Darnold has an oblique injury or something else. Something's weird going on with the oblique. And I saw Drew Lock was taking first-team reps, which may be something, may not be something. But at the end of the day, I have no confidence in the Seahawks team as long as Sam Darnold is quarterback.
Nah, I got to go the opposite way. I go Seahawks here. I do think that just the ability to be able to run Kenneth Walker, to be able to run Charbonnet as well. I love the 1-2 punch they've got, so even if Darnold throws you the guaranteed pick, and by the way, Purdy might throw you a guaranteed pick too, especially with Seahawks defense, I think they're probably more inclined to just win the game as – just being able to hit the run game up a little bit too. So I'll go Seahawks.
I'm much more
too. They got them beat.
I'm much more excited for these Sunday games. Go ahead, Justin.
Oh, I didn't say that. I mean, boys get eliminated. You kick my pick out. Shit.
That's funny.
I'm gonna go.
Oh my bad.
I'm gonna go.
My bad. I see what you're saying. My bad.
I'm gonna go with my boy that took me to the fantasy playoffs in that league that Trey be stealing money in, that sucker me in too, Chris. I'm gonna go with JSN and them boys in the Seahawks, man. I know you said Sam Darnold will throw you a couple, but Brock Purdy gonna throw you a few of them joints.
Okay.
I don't know who Brock Purdy got left to throw to. Ron Jennings is the number 3. I don't know. Pearsall's been hurt. I don't know if he's back or not. I mean, it is amazing what Kyle Shanahan is doing with this 49ers team. It literally is amazing. I don't know how many times. I mean, what's his name? Will touch the ball 35 times. McCaffrey.
Yeah, and he should. And he should. You got to run the wheels off McCaffrey. I'm much more excited for these Sunday games. Texas Patriots. I mean, just again, this one to me, I find maybe the hardest of all these games to pick. Because I just, again, if CJ Stroud plays like he did the first, who they play for? They played Pittsburgh, and they won 36 or whatever it was. But he looked. I mean, he only had four turnovers in the first, or he had like 4 fumbles in the first half. 5. It was atrocious. He did make some good throws, but it was atrocious. But this Texas defense, I mean, if there's somebody that can stop my man Drake May and everything that New England has going, it's gonna be it's gonna be the Houston Texans. That defense is I mean, that is a Super Bowl champion caliber defense that the Houston Texans have. There is no doubt about it. They are big time. I just don't know. To me, the Patriots are the more well-rounded team. But I'm gonna take the Houston Texans, man. I think I just think that defense pressures Drake May. He's never been in this type of situation before, and I think the Texans get a win.
I'm going New England, and the reason why is a lot of times that offense looks like a machine. I mean, that the way they have played this year, Mike Vrabel, experience is going to matter at some point. I think DeMeco Ryans is a great coach. I don't know if he's got an extension, but they certainly the Texans 100% should give him one. I think the up and down play at Coleridge is just an issue. That's C.J. Stroud for those y'all. It's Coleridge Bernard, I think that's right. Or Coleridge, yeah. Now you got me to look it up. Coleridge is his first name, but I think C.J. Stroud has been inconsistent, and I don't think you know what you're going to get from him. Having said that, that D-line on the Texans is something crazy. And that D-line and then, Staley in the secondary, I mean, the Texans have got some dogs on that defense. They certainly do. But I don't know what that offense is going to do. I know what New England can give you offensively. I think Drake May should be in the MVP conversation. If he is not the MVP, although people think
Stafford's MVP.
But give it to Drake May. I think Drake May takes his team in his second year as a starter to the conference championship game, along with Caleb Williams. We'll get to that.
I just think it's important to see if C.J. Stroud can continue to get more than Nico Collins involved, and he did that versus the Steelers with Christian Kirk. And if you're able to do that versus the Patriots, I think that the Texans will win this game. He has to be able to throw to somebody but Nico Collins, and when you do that, you become a little more successful. I even think back to the college days with C.J. Stroud. He had a ton of receivers, and he looked like a great quarterback. I even think back to his rookie year where he has Tank Dell and a couple of other guys, right? And he looked really good. But you can't rely on one guy. You got to get everybody else involved. If Woody Marks is still running the ball well, I think the Texans will win.
One simple way. I'm going to go with the Pats to help my boy James Moore out because I picked against him last week, and his boys did the opposite. So we're going to keep the mojo going for him so they can hopefully go to the AFC Championship. So Pats by a ton.
All right, last one, Rams-Bears. I just got off watching this Rams team. I'll say this. Here's the thing. outdoors. Anybody know what the weather like gonna be like in Chicago Sunday?
Sub-zero.
It's supposed to be under 20 degrees.
Mm.
Supposed to be chilly, under 20 degrees. You may have, I know, snow. Snow is a possibility. I don't know about how much accumulation or not, but the weather is supposed to be relatively inclement.
Okay. Listen, Stafford's he's gonna throw you one. Should have threw one to Nick Scott, who dropped it, and that's how the Panthers could have won the game. Stafford's gonna throw you, one or two. If your secondary can hold up, you gotta play those boys tight. Devontae Adams didn't look as good. Got to be able to contain Puka Nacua, all that good stuff. And here's the thing about Caleb Williams: you can't you're not gonna be able to do the magic. What do you call it? Did the Jordan? You're not gonna be able to do that. You're not gonna be able to get away with playing subpar football for 3/4 of the game or for a half, right? You're not gonna get away with that against the Rams. He's gonna have to play like a legit quarterback, like a legit top half, 15 top 10 guy for as soon as at the coin toss. He's got to play like that. If not, they're gonna be in trouble. They can't get down 21-3, whatever it is. They're not gonna be able to come back. The luck will run out. I gotta go Rams. I gotta go LA on the road.
I'm gonna go Bears, and I'm gonna go Bears for this reason. I think with the Bears, or basically some analysis here, I think that the thing is both teams are gonna have to get that running game going. I think LA is certainly gonna have to get Kyron Williams going, and I definitely think the Bears are gonna have to get Monangai and Swift going too. I think if the Bears get Monangai and Swift going too, and that opens up the pass a little bit in that first half, and the Bears can put points on the board. And I'm not talking about 3. I'm talking about at least double-digit points on the board. I think you're going to have to do that to beat this Rams team because this offense is so potent. You're really going to have your hands full because Devontae showing everybody that he's drinking from the fountain of youth. Obviously, Puka Nacua is what he is. And, Kyron, tight. Some of these other guys out there, I mean, the Rams have so many weapons. Matt Stafford is an experienced quarterback, and he is very good. Now he has a finger injury. I don't know what that means on his throwing hand. I think his ring finger or something's messed up on his throwing hand. Don't know what that means. Have no idea what that means when it's cold too, because I just checked the forecast. The high on Sunday is going to be 20 degrees. So this is a night game. It's probably going to be a bit cooler than that. Having said that, though, I do agree. The Bears have been relying on a remarkable streak of luck. A lot of games this year. Luck, but then flawless execution in that fourth. Something about the last 8 minutes. They can't do nothing all game, but then the execution that keeps clicking and they're able to build momentum quickly. I agree. You've got to compete, though. You've got to keep pace. You can't find yourself down 14 against a Rams team like this in the fourth quarter and think you're going to come from behind. That's crazy. Having said that, another week back with Rome Odunze. Colston Loveland is looking like if he's not in the conversation for Rookie of the Year, which I think he probably will be, he's got to finish top 5 in voting.
Wait, what'd you say?
Colston Loveland, the wide receiver?
Tight end, no.
He gonna finish where Rookie of the Year?
Rookie of the Year voting?
Oh, maybe top 5. Don't trip now.
Yeah, top five.
No, you know who Rookie of the Year is.
Worse, but Colston Loveland has made a lot. He's made a lot of plays. He's come on really strong. I think I want to say the team has targeted him in the last 3 weeks, maybe 40 times, something like that, kind of close to that too. But he's making a lot of. I mean, the Bears have a lot of weapons. I think you got to establish the run game. I think you're gonna have to establish the run game against this Rams team, and you're gonna need a little bit more from Caleb in that first half in the passing game. But give me the Bears because cold weather at home. This team is fired up. I saw the Rams team struggle against this Panthers team last week up until the very end. Give me Bears. I think the disappointment comes from them next week, but I'm going Bears over the Rams.
No, I got the Rams. It goes back to what Trey said, and it came true, and they still found a way to win. It was the slow starts. The slow starts for the Chicago Bears have killed them. And I believe it kills them again against the Rams. I think the Rams offense is too lethal to just try to make a miraculous comeback again. And so I go LA here pretty easily. Caleb got his one win.
I'll also make this point too. Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson is his own worst enemy. Can be his own worst enemy at times. I get it. Everybody wants to play football like they play in Madden now, but the Bears got to be smart about this thing because Sean McVay is as good as any coach, if not the best coach in the NFL. And if you think you're going to be going for it on 4th and 5 from your own 30-yard line and not pay dearly if you don't get it, you're definitely mistaken. I think Sean McVay is going to keep his foot on the gas, and he's going to take every point he can get.
Nah,
We're still getting Bears.
I 100% agree with that last part. Not the who you pick, but I agree with that last part. So you ever seen a dude get beat up and he go back and he get his homie or he get his brother? I think that's what you're going to see today. Matt LaFleur got beat up in the 4th quarter, and his brother, Sean McVay, who Matt LaFleur been giving him little pointers and stuff like that, is going to work with it. I think one thing to mention about Matthew Stafford and his struggles against the Panthers have arguably the 2 best cornerbacks in all of the NFL. Chicago Bears, their safeties are pretty good. I know they're good at taking away from the ball, but they can't cover a bed with a fitted sheet. And let's not forget, they lost TJ Edwards and they lost their starting left tackle. I think it's going to be a long day for the Bears. It's going to be a whole lot of loser-ass fingernail polish on that field. Devontae going to cook. Puka going to cook. Ben Johnson, you're not going to get away with your terrible coaching job this week. McVay's going to show you why he's the god, and I think McVay's going all the way to the Super Bowl too.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how
You're predicting an NFC West matchup in the conference championship.
In a dome.
Yep, that's what I got too.
Hey, one last thing on a look around.
Yeah.
Los Angeles Dodgers signed Kyle Tucker, 4 years, $240 million. The rich just got even more richer.
There you go.
Lord,
don't watch baseball this year. Dodgers got it.
Okay, yeah, no, that's it. It is impressive what they do, what they're able to do, and they take advantage of the rules. We'll see how how it goes for them. All right, anything else before we get up out of here, fellas? Are you guys doing? Are you guys able to do a show Monday, or just so we?
I will be out.
You're out.
Working.
I'm out.
I don't know. I might, maybe. Pending. Right now, I'm questionable. My status is questionable.
Questionable for me too.
All right, so it sounds like there's probably no show Monday, so we'll probably be back at it on. When's the next game after that? So Monday is the Hawks, and then Wednesday night, Oklahoma City. 9:30 Eastern? Why is that 9:30 game? It's at home.
Nationally televised too.
Yeah, I guess because it's on ESPN. Why is this? What is this NBA Rivals Week? What is it? So this is shit I be talking about. Like, Adam Silver's an idiot. Like, we're not rivals with the Oklahoma City Thunder. Like, what is the NBA Rivals Week? We're playing the Thunder on national TV. The Cavaliers playing the Hornets. They're not rivals. Like, what are you talking about? Rivals Week.
Rick Hamilton said, "Don't take no Trump coins time." I'm assuming that don't take no wooden nipples.
Yeah, I'm thinking, but I just don't understand this rivalry thing. It's not a rivalry, but anyway. Okay, yes, we'll see you guys Wednesday. I will say this: if there is a termination or anything that happens in between, then I think we'll at least we'll jump on and do something. If anything of note takes place between now and Wednesday, of course, we will we'll be there and we'll talk about it. If not, if anything happens, we'll jump on and talk. Rick Hamilton says Monday, is that not Indiana wins national championship time? No, we can. No, again, that's JT owe me $50 time. Because we got that.
You think Miami beats Indiana? Shit.
We already got the bet. What was it? Plus 7.5? What was it? 7.5? 7?
7.5. That's what it was we talked.
Yeah, it was 7.5. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. You sleep. You don't think Miami coming? Michael Irvin on that sideline, barking like a dog.
Michael Irvin gonna want to spank his own players with that belt. Now, I'm telling you
Boy,
right now, Indiana is a machine, brother. That Miami team has no chance.
y'all don't know about the ACC.
No.
Y'all know about the ACC.
Yeah, I know a whole lot about that ACC.
Conference of champ, real conference of champions.
Who won the conference
Real
championship?
conference of champions.
Who won the conference
You'll
championship?
see it. You'll see it. You'll see it.
Duke?
That's because they got some goofy rules, man. You know, they got
Goofy rules?
Yeah, they got
Tell me
goofy
more
rules,
about
the tiebreaker rules. But man, you know what's about to happen.
Come on now. But you think this Miami team can beat Indiana, or you think they can stay within 7?
Say what?
You think this Miami team can actually beat Indiana, or do you think they can just stay within 7?
Oh, I think if they can stay within 7, they can beat them. Oh, they can beat them.
Listen. I think this.
Hold on. And where they playing at?
Miami.
Okay. Home field. Yeah.
Brother,
Yeah, you ain't losing the crib, baby. You ain't losing the crib.
Halfway through the third quarter.
You ain't losing. You said what?
I think this game is over halfway through the third quarter. I think Fernando.
I don't understand why you think Indiana is just like world beaters.
Have you watched Indiana?
Just because they got some old heads up in the ain't the world. Have you seen
them old heads that get built out in the beginning and they going nothing but belt to
watch Miami.
They got rushers. That defense got something for you, boy. That Indiana team is no joke. By the way, they got the Heisman Trophy winner, Fernando.
He's a dork.
Only Fernando played quarterback ever.
He's gonna be a third round pick.
You know another quarterback named Fernando?
Oh, is he coming out in the draft, right?
Is he a senior?
Yeah, he gonna be a third round.
Listen, man, Fernando's one thing. Ferdinand is another.
Third round pick.
He should be. He it's gonna be somebody's make a grave mistake picking him early.
Las Vegas Raiders.
He's going
grave mistake. He's a third round talent. He's gonna be a third round pick. He's a third round talent.
Right, but I'm assuming
if they win, he's the number one pick.
And that's crazy work.
If they win, he's the number one pick.
That's crazy.
If they lose, it may be Reese. Arvell Reese.
That's crazy work.
The thing about Fernando, I do think, is he's going to wow everybody on the whiteboard. He's going to learn this leadership. He's going to show everything else. He kind of comes off as a cornier Kirk Cousins, but at the end of the day, I mean, hey, he can play. He certainly can play. The question I have is, what are his measurables look like? When we talk about this Indian, what does that arm strength look like? What is that like? These are all the questions that I think you've got to answer as intangibles. What his athleticism looks like as well. Because I'm gonna tell you, he's gonna blow the whiteboard. He's gonna tear the whiteboard up when it comes to doing that. And coaches, get rocked up over how you do on the whiteboard.
Rocked up's crazy.
Rocked up is crazy, but you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. You turn people into bricks when you start going to your coverage.
Returning them into bricks is crazier.
I should lean Indiana for obvious reasons. Hey man, but JT, I don't think that Miami's gonna cover, bro. I think they winning it straight out. I do. I really wholeheartedly believe that. I think after Bango, Michael Irvin is the best mascot ever, and he's gonna have that stadium rocking. And it's different, man.
Wait a minute,
it's different than you, baby.
Rick Hamilton said, "Unblock me on the other crossover."
Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about. What?
You got you.
That's why you Charlamagne. You don't miss none of that.
Yeah, Rick, let us know what site you I guess you're talking about Twitter. I don't know
Twitter handle in the chat,
what did you do to get yourself blocked? What did you do?
Y'all usually block me.
I've started blocking a little more. I've started blocking a little more than I used to. I used to not block at all. I have started to use a little more.
So you block people now?
Yeah, I do a little more than I used to, for sure. I still don't block as much as I probably could and should, but
what's the criteria to get blocked?
But here's the thing. I'm usually gonna tell you in advance if you've done something like he probably got blocked over I went on a blocking spree about the Giannis the IQ thing. I went on a whole blocking spree there. He might have got caught up in that because I blocked a good 10, 15 people that day.
Why you saying like that?
We're gonna have to do uniforms another time. We gotta get out of here, James. I appreciate the question. We gotta do the top 5 Bucks uniforms another time. I do have cream. The cream city should go up pretty high though. But let's table it there. It's getting late, and I still got to go into the office tomorrow. 5 days a week, baby. So yeah, I know it is what it is. Appreciate everybody joining us in the chat. Appreciate, man. It's 12:45. Still got a number of people watching us live tonight.
It's Freaky Friday.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, he says he got upset over the Giannis IQ. See, now I wonder what you said. Now I wonder what you said on the Giannis IQ. I knew it. I will tell you, I did. Again, I don't block a lot of people. I did. There was a large. It might have been more than 10, 50 people. But again, I warned people in advance of exactly what was about to happen because I wasn't gonna argue the IQ stuff. But Rick, tell me what you said. Tell me your handle. We'll I get you back in there. Tell me your handle.
He was on your little Duval.
I give you another chance. Ain't going back and forth. I'm living my best life. James, yeah, we'll get at it. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Appreciate everybody talking to us. We enjoyed it tonight, as always. Man, if you think change needs to be made, if you need Doc Rivers needs to get his ass up out of town, hit that like button on the way out if you didn't hit it on the way in. We appreciate you watching. We appreciate all the super chats. We appreciate all of the comments, even if we didn't get to it. There you go, James. You know the deal. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend about the Creamsicle Curls is the best Milwaukee Bucks postgame show on all of the land. Rick says he's a good guy. All right, tell me your handle. I give you a second chance. I give you a second chance, Rick. Just put your handle in here. We'll get it.
Guy. That's a funny comment.
Man, just because the show is finished doesn't mean the party's over. So if you watch the video, you want to comment, you want to say something, go right ahead and we'll see if we can get you an answer. Because Chris King, Trey Crosby, and I'm even try to respond to some too. Always taking comments from y'all too.
Yeah,
so
always for sure.
If you want to like the show and it's not live, great. You want to drop a comment in there, you got questions, man, feel free to. Or if you want something addressed on the next show, tweet, comment, whatever, we'll get to you.
You can call JT personally. What's your number, JT? You see why? Okay.
I am not
all right.
Might pull the black card out and buy you a drink.
He might.
Pull that black card, buy him a drink when they call you JT.
Hey, listen. You know what I would like though? I would like for us to go to a bar and somehow do this and meet just a lot of the listeners, a lot of the people, sit down with them and look, hey, get a drink, couple, go right ahead, open up a tab.
Drinks on JT. Y'all ain't seen JT in the bar, boy. Drinks get on. Hey, let a couple drinks get on JT, boy. He start buying them for everybody. You should have seen him, boy. That boy be in action. Hey, what you want?
I'm having people acting a damn fool too.
You do. I'll say Jack and Coke for me, please. All right, let's get out of here, man. Again, we thank you for watching us. Had a good time. This has been a Cream City Media Group production. For the group trailer,
JT,
Chris King,
Justin.
If I am enemies only because I dare to tell you the truth, don't take no wooden nickels or Trump coins. Courage.